Hey guys, haha. Oh wow. So this is just a good observation. We grazed here. 1, 2, 4. Let's just say 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe days. 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 days ago or so, we left this paddock, and we're hitting it pretty hard because we're not coming back here until we might not come back here. This is the neighbor, so they gave us access while we let Pepperwood build up a little more, and so pretty good density and time density combo to get this knocked down. But I want to show you why we want native perennial grasses. Because if you look here, these grasses, they get grazed way down, and they're still growing. They're green. Everything else is drying out. All the annuals coming up the hill are heading out. And these perennials, the ground feels pretty dry. Feels like summer, and those perennials are popping. So they're reaching down. They got deep roots. They're grabbing whatever moisture is down there, and they're still growing. And this will maybe put up, if this was even more dominant in those native perennials. We might be grazing this next winter, when everything else is, been grazed down. But this is what's truly amazing about perennial grass, and especially the natives. And these guys they act like a whole other thing. It's magic, and unfortunately, the background management. Look at the vibrance. I don't know if you can see that vibrance with this light, but it's just vivid green against this very dry background. And then most of these grasses, they're just not represented in our pastures because of our management. Continuous grazing is really, obviously, if you're a cow and you have access to this all the time, you're going to nail this grass when it's dry. It's going to be yummy, and so with this holistic plan grazing, Alan Savory's thing, or they're calling it adaptive multi-paddock grazing, so that people don't discount it because Alan Savory said. These grasses are what we want to see, but they're not going to be present if we continuous graze, and that's why we want to manage the cows and move them around. And it also doesn't mean don't put them in here's a riparian, here's a pond. They had access to this maybe a few hours. Let them kind of get around the edge. You could see a couple manure pats right in the water's edge, and oh my God! But that's pretty. It needs a little something, but we don't want the cows to camp in there. And so I think it's a healthy thing to do it. A lot of people don't. If people don't, I don't go near it, or I'll fence it out. But here it's not an issue. I was able to do it and kind of just go, hey, let's get them out of there now. And took 5 minutes to put a fence around it, and then left them in the other part of this paddock for another day and a half, and then now we're gone. And except for the wildlife here, it's going to be pretty protected from that impact, and we're going to get to see the response. Maybe I'll come back next year, take a look at how it comes back. That's it. Just a little ditty.